Hey guys, DT Gaming here. So we're doing some fishing here on the sea. So this is one before the people that have just unlocked the flying collar rig, okay? And I was going to show you guys how this rig works. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, first things first, this is what your rig needs right here. It needs a sinker, a marine sinker, leader, no, a marine leader, and you have another leader right here that you need. You need a hook and you need a lure, okay? And when you guys, need to know what lure to use, always go to here. So this is basically en.rf4 slash stat.ru, which I have in the description, okay? So you're looking for something called the worm, right? And I'll show you which worm I'm talking about. Right here, the flying worm 140.03. So it's 10 fish caught total on this rig. Okay. If you notice, I'm kind of like all over the place on here. But that's the one you want. You want the flying worm 140.03. That's what's active right now. Okay. And this is important, guys. Be sure to change your leader type. Nylon's not gonna work. You want fluorocarbon, so we're gonna change this to the 55 kg fluorocarbon. Okay. And then the sinker is important. You can use anything between 300 to 600. I would recommend these two over here. So we're gonna go ahead 300, 600 here. If you can use it, you can use it. If not, use a 300. Okay. Now, as for the marine leader, you want to use fluorocarbon. So we're gonna use this one right here. Okay. Not 80 centimeter. Make sure that it is 50 um 50 centimeters at least. Okay. And another important thing, the hook type. SW Aridin S is the hook you want for this. Okay, this is the hook you want for this type of rig. I'm using 5 watt for this setup here, and here's all the baits. You got everything from you can see the colors 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 4. I got plenty of them. There's different sizes as well. There's a 6 and a 9 gram. So this is the one we're gonna be using. It's the 140.03. This works too. This the brown one. This is good if it's cloudy out. This is good if it's really sunny out. So we'll go ahead with that one. And that's it. You're all set. Alright, so how this works is I'll show you. There's two ways of this rig to work. So we're gonna go ahead to the 41. This is the best hole for this rig. So let's go ahead and head there right now. So for the first demonstration of how to use this, we're gonna go right straight in the center of 41. Okay. But there's also a second way to using this, and I'll show you that. But that's gonna be involved with trolling. Alright, so here we are at the 41. So we're just basically going to throw over here at the side. And you're gonna let your rig drop all the way down to the bottom. Make sure you have your speed set to 50 for this. And your friction brake lowered because you're using a different type of Well, different material per liter, and fish can be a little bit stronger. So when you're at the bottom, you're gonna reel up until you see that bend. Then you're gonna let it sit there. You're not gonna do nothing. Just don't do anything. You're gonna wait for the fish to come to you. You can't perk with this. No matter how you try, it does not work. You're lifting the rod too fast for it to register. You can't jig step. You can't you can't perk. So this is how this rig works. It's a waiting game with this, but it catches a lot of fish, and it's kind of like an AFK type fishing thing. Basically, this rig targets the flatfish, or what you got European people call flounders. So again, you're gonna let it sink to the bottom real fast and wait. You basically want to make sure your rig is a little bit off the bottom, but not off the bottom completely. You want to basically have it like bouncing up and down from the bottom. It can be a quick bite. It can take a while. And choppy waves actually help with this rig. Between It's best between 4 and 7, to be honest with you. But anything above 12 to 20 is a no. When you get a bite, reel up, set the hook, and start fighting. That's all it takes for a flying collar to work. Okay? Alright, I'm going to try to catch a few more fish doing this, and I'll show you the other method. So, I guess there is a reason why you guys use fluorocarbon for this. I have tried using nylon. The bite rate's bad. I tried using braid. Bite rate's bad. So fluorocarbon is the next best thing because, well, you have plenty of it. Thankfully to the time you were fishing beforehand. But this is where you guys go. If you guys need to make the marine leaders, right here, and hopefully that you have these, okay, because you want between 50 centimeters, and all you need is this one right here. You should have this by now if you are at the sea. Hopefully. It also needs swivels too. Now, you're gonna struggle a little bit on some fish. If you hear that cranking, go ahead, up your friction brake till it gets a little more comfortable reeling the fish in. Again, if it pulls drag, give it a little more pressure. That's if you can, your rod and reel can handle it. But don't try to lock. See if we get one more on this rig doing this method. Then the next method, we're just going to get into trolling. With this type of reel, I keep it on the high gear. Because if it's just a flatfish or a flounder, sometimes you can reel it up at ease. If it's a turbot, that's going to be a different story. Because turbots are heavy. They're like rocks or boulders. Trying to pull from the bottom. And that's the fish you need to put a little more pressure on. Which, that's what I thought that was. But as a cuss, guys, you don't want to cuss. But sometimes it's okay because there's cafe orders. You get pretty good amount of silver for doing a cusk cafe order. This one is decent. Might be another cuss though. Keep your energy up, guys. Always keep your energy up. Don't worry about the hunger bar. It's your energy and your comfort that you need to worry about. Okay, it's gonna help you fight your fish better and more efficiently. But as you're struggling, your energy is going to take a hit because you shorten your energy quicker because you're forcing a fish while it's trying to fight. But here on the sea, you have to do what you can to get your fish because they're all going to struggle while whirling. See, that's a turbot. That's what I thought. So the turbot and the cusk both fought the same. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get into trolling. Make sure you get into a straight stretch. Okay, once you're straight, go ahead, stop your boat completely, then resume trolling. Now you have to cast. You need to start trolling before you cast. Otherwise, when you try to cast or start trolling while you're casting, it's not gonna work. So you're gonna drop the line, okay? All the way to the bottom. It should be about 50 meters here. When your line stops pulling, go ahead and fast reel until you see that bend on the end of the rod. Then you're gonna sit there and just troll. This is important, guys. When you get a fish, shut the motor off, okay? Because you don't want to. You want to cover as much water as possible, but also have a free rig. If you got a fish on, you're not gonna catch fish, so you're losing what you could be fishing. Now, nighttime is going to be slow. No matter what you do, it's slow. So yeah. it might be a poor example of doing trolling now than was earlier. But no worry, guys. I will not edit this out so you guys get an idea how long it takes to get a fish. And yes, using the sonar does help in this case. You want to see if there's any fish at the bottom layer. But you should notice they're all hovering around 31. So the question is, do you want to reel up to 31? See if you can get one of these fish. The option is entirely up to you. Okay. If you think you can get one of these fish that's at that range, go for it. But the idea for the flying collar is that you want to keep it at the bottom. Dragging across. The fish will grab it as you're trolling. That's how it works. See? Just like that. Now when you get a fish, shut the motor off. Recommend putting the flashlight on at this point. So you see what you caught. You know? Okay. Now when you're ready to cast again, turn your trolling motor on. Turn your flashlight off because this is kind of hard to see in here. But it might help to see. Oh, right now it's fine. If it's raining, it's kind of makes it kind of hard to see. They're at the bottom. There, see? That's when you want to stop. When you see the tip bend hard like that, that's what you want. We're going to set the light off. And we're going to pay attention to this again. See if we get another bite. So we see a lot of activity here at the bottom. Again, the 43 and 45, that's where we want to be dragging our rig through. When you see a lot of fish on the sonar like this, it's just going to be momentarily before you get a bite. Again, if it was daylight though, the bite rate would be more better. Anyways, you guys got the idea of what I'm doing, how I'm fishing this. You can troll or just be stationary and wait for your fish. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some fish and see if we can make some silver out of this. Okay, I'm going to show you another thing I do. If you can see on the map, I'm actually going to fish the banks of the 41 here. What I mean by that is that I'm going to sit and cast. Okay. Now I'm going to pay attention to the sonar this time, more or less the map. I want to make sure I turn my boat directly towards, well, away from the edge, but along the edge. Okay, that's it's best I'm gonna get it right where it's at. If I look at it this way, you see, well, actually, I'm gonna be drifted out of it. Well, not drifting, but I mean trolling out of the hole. Try and make sure that the boat is right along the edge here. Okay, so we should be good now. Okay, finally got a fish. Like I said, it's really slow at night. That's a nice place. Yeah, let's continue fishing. You know, another thing you guys can do, right? You can lower your friction brake down, right? Turn the audio up. And all you have to do is listen. And you can sit back and do something else, like run up here. If you got your TV with you, watch TV, play games, or do something, and go on your phone. We'll watch videos on there, and you listen for the drag ripping out your uh, reel when you get a foot fish. If you keep it loose, you should know you got a fish on. I always do this when I'm trolling on, because when you got your rod in the holder and you're facing this way to the point you direct the direction you want to go while trolling. So you're trying to keep in within the area that you're trying to troll. Okay. That time this fish did not pull it. That's fine. You might have to make it a little more looser. So if you didn't hear the drag at all, just lower your drag a little bit more. All right, remember I told you about the waves and the wind. Um, it can be good with the flying collar, but in some cases, it's going to make it more difficult. So what we're gonna do now, actually going to. Actually, we got a decent fish on. Can we lock this? Is the question. You would think that these fish cannot break your line. Because you're using a 55 kg leader and you're catching a 7 kg fish, regardless if it's turbot or not, it shouldn't break. Yep, 7.5 kg turbot. I was kind of right. I said about 7 kg. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just um, cast here. We'll fish the rest of the way without trolling. If one method don't work, switch to another. This one might be something else. Never mind. I know what it is now. It was starting to go move fast, but then it slowed down. It wanted to fight. I'm just saying, but he gave up already. A 13.8 kg safe. That's actually not a bad size fish for this rig. You know, the other place you can go to with this rig, you can go to the 34 or 55. That's the the holes that are recommended for this rig. Besides the 41. Well, ticket about to expire. Wish you got more fish for the with the session, but it's a slow process, especially when it's sunny like this. Sometimes getting fish can be quite difficult. From my experience on the sea, though, cloudy and partly cloudy is the best weather. Rain isn't is okay. It's not too bad, but it also slow you down. But the sun is basically just like a death blow to your um, bite rate. Same thing with archipelago. 20 feet. But either way, we got 18 fish here. And surprising, we only got one non-mark, actually two non-markers the whole trip. Let's go ahead and check the cafe, anything offer. Um, we do. That place right there gives 145. So not too bad. And then the rest of the time, 53 minutes. 293 plus 145. That is not bad at all. And that turbot right there was actually 68 silver. So all in all, we made about 430 some silver with that. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. If you like the video, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.